Wood home decor isn't just about choosing a material. It's about making a statement, a quiet, grounded, timeless kind of statement. There's something deeply comforting about wood. It has a warmth that can't be replicated by plastic, metal, or synthetic materials. It holds a story in its grain, in its texture, in the little imperfections that remind you it was once alive. It breathes life into a space. Whether it's a polished hardwood table or a weathered reclaimed beam, wood brings in the calm of nature and the depth of craftsmanship. And when you choose to center your home decor around wood, you're not just decorating. You're inviting nature indoors. When you first walk into a room filled with wooden elements, something in you relaxes. It's almost unconscious. The subtle tones, the smooth or rough textures, the organic patterns, they all speak a language we instinctively understand. Wood grounds us. It connects us. It doesn't shout. It doesn't try too hard. It simply exists, and in doing so, it transforms everything around it. Think about a wooden floor. Whether it's rich walnut, light ash, or classic oak, the way wood spreads underfoot sets the tone for the whole home. It brings continuity. It reflects natural light in soft, golden hues. Even bare, it doesn't feel cold. Add a woven rug or simply let it breathe on its own. Either way, it holds the room together like the earth holds the roots of a tree. But wood isn't just about floors. It's in the furniture, the shelving, the beams, the window frames, the headboards and cabinetry. It shows up in unexpected ways. A live-edge console table in the entryway becomes a functional sculpture. A cluster of driftwood pieces on a shelf adds both texture and story. Wooden bowls carved by hand, imperfect but full of personality, sit on kitchen counters, holding fruit or simply standing as beautiful objects on their own. And then there's the kitchen, the heart of the home. Wood in the kitchen creates a sense of tradition. A butcher block island top that wears its use like a badge of honor. Wooden cabinet fronts that add a handmade feel. Open wooden shelves that replace closed cupboards, turning dishes and cookware into part of the decor. Even small touches like wooden utensils, cutting boards, or serving trays bring an earthy, tactile quality to a space that's often dominated by steel and tile. In the living room, wood becomes a storyteller. A coffee table made from reclaimed barnwood, with nail holes and saw marks still visible, tells of another life, another purpose. A bookshelf crafted from a single slab of hardwood speaks of patience and precision. Even a simple wooden picture frame on a wall can feel more intentional, more permanent, more meaningful than something mass-produced. Because wood has character. And character matters. Bedrooms, too, benefit deeply from the quiet strength of wood. A solid wooden bed frame doesn't just hold a mattress, it frames the room. A carved headboard becomes a piece of art. Nightstands in matching or contrasting wood tones create balance. Add a wooden bench at the foot of the bed or a vintage wooden wardrobe, and suddenly the bedroom becomes a retreat. A place where materials whisper instead of scream. Where textures invite you to stay. In bathrooms, wooden accents soften the clean lines of tile and porcelain. Floating wooden vanities, wood-framed mirrors, and teak shower benches bring a spa-like warmth to what's often the coldest room in the house. And with the right treatment, wood lasts beautifully in damp environments, aging gracefully just like it does outdoors. It reminds us that even in places of routine and functionality, there's room for beauty. Walls themselves can become works of art when wood is involved. Think of a shiplap accent wall, simple and classic. Or wood paneling that's been painted, distressed, or left raw. Even small wooden art pieces, abstract carvings, rustic plaques, laser-cut designs, add soul to flat surfaces. And if you've ever seen a room with a wood ceiling, you know the effect it has. It's like a soft canopy drawing the eye upward and making the space feel enveloped, held, and somehow older, in the best way. One of the most beautiful aspects of wood in home decor is its versatility. It fits any style. In a minimalist space, pale, smooth wood keeps the palette clean and calm. In a rustic cabin, knotty pine and reclaimed would make everything feel authentic and worn in. In a boho-style home, driftwood and carved teak bring an eclectic energy. And in modern design, dark walnut, sharp lines, and seamless joinery speak of precision and elegance. There's no limit to what wood can do because it adapts. It balances. It never overwhelms. Even the smallest wooden objects can hold incredible power. A hand-turned vase. A smooth wooden lamp base. A sculptural bowl. These aren't just accents. They're reminders of craft, of nature, of slowness, of care. In a world that moves fast and values the disposable, wood asks you to slow down, to notice the grain, to feel the difference between something made and something manufactured. And let's not forget about sustainability. Choosing wooden decor, especially when it's reclaimed or responsibly sourced, is one of the most eco-friendly choices you can make. It reduces plastic waste. It gives old materials new life. It supports traditional crafts and local makers. And because wood lasts, it means less replacing, less waste, more value over time. But it's not just the environment that benefits. You benefit too. Living with wood is good for your well-being. Studies have shown that natural materials in the home can reduce stress, improve mood, and even help with focus and creativity. It's called biophilic design, the idea that humans crave a connection with nature in the spaces where we live and work. And wood is one of the simplest, most effective ways to achieve that. When your eyes rest on a wooden surface, you instinctively know it's real. You know it was once alive. And that subtle connection, it matters. It changes the energy of your space. It makes it feel warmer, safer, more rooted. That's the magic of wood home decor. It doesn't ask for attention. It doesn't chase trends. It simply exists in all its textures and tones, grounding your home in authenticity. Whether it's a full renovation with exposed beams and hardwood floors, or just a few thoughtful pieces scattered through your rooms, wood brings everything together. It bridges the gap between function and feeling, between nature and design. And the best part? It ages well. The more you live with it, the better it looks. Scratches become stories. Patina becomes personality. A wooden chair passed down through generations. A cutting board worn in all the right places. A dining table with years of dinners, conversations, and laughter soaked into its surface. These pieces become more than decor. They become part of your life. So when you think about your home, about the way you want it to feel, to look, to sound, to welcome you in at the end of a long day, think about wood. Not just as a material but as a companion. As a quiet presence that makes your space feel human. Warm. Real. Because in the end, wood isn't just something we build with. It's something we connect with. It's a return to simplicity. A touch of nature. A reminder that the most beautiful things often grow slowly, quietly, and last a lifetime. Wood home decor isn't just a design choice, it's an atmosphere, a feeling, a way to bring the outdoors in, to soften the edges of our modern lives, and to create spaces that feel grounded, lived in, and human. Unlike synthetic materials that feel cold or disposable, wood brings something rare into the home: warmth, texture, memory. When you bring wood into a room, you're not just decorating. You're building a relationship with the material, with the story it carries, and with the space itself. Think about it. Every grain in a wooden surface is like a fingerprint. No two pieces are exactly the same. That alone makes wood decor uniquely personal. It could be the smooth curve of a hand-carved bowl, the rugged edge of a live slab dining table, the weathered surface of a reclaimed beam turned into a shelf. All of it speaks without words. All of it feels real. It's this authenticity that makes wood home decor so powerful, because it doesn't try to be perfect. It just is. And that's exactly what makes it timeless. Trends come and go. Colors change. Styles fade in and out. But wood stays. A well-made wooden piece doesn't become outdated. It becomes an heirloom. A focal point that grows with your life. That coffee table you bought today? It'll be there through years of gatherings, quiet mornings, late-night conversations. And each scratch, each dent, each polish adds to its story, not takes away from it. Wood also has the rare ability to adapt across styles without losing its soul. In a clean, modern space, it adds a sense of grounding. In a rustic room, it blends right in. In eclectic or bohemian homes, it provides rhythm and natural variation. Whether it's dark walnut, pale oak, rich teak, or reclaimed pine, wood plays well with every texture: linen, leather, metal, stone. It connects materials and makes a space feel whole. But it's not just in furniture. Wooden decor lives in the details. Floating shelves that draw the eye upward. Slatted wall panels that add rhythm and depth. Sculptural light fixtures made from bentwood or carved timber. Even small things: a set of nesting trays, a framed mirror with a raw edge, a set of coasters cut from a tree cross-section, can shift a space from sterile to soulful. These aren't just objects. They're moments of intention. And wood does something few other materials can do. It invites touch. You want to run your fingers over it. Feel its grain, its temperature, its weight. It draws us in quietly without shouting. In a world filled with glass, steel, and screens, wood reminds us of something essential. It reminds us of where we came from, of nature, of craftsmanship, of slowness. There's also something sustainable, something ethical, about choosing wood thoughtfully. Reclaimed pieces. Responsibly harvested woods. Furniture made by hand, not churned out by machines. It's not about excess. It's about value, longevity, a return to things that matter. So whether you're designing a new home, refreshing a single room, or just looking for that one element that ties everything together, consider wood. Real wood. Not just for how it looks but for how it makes a space feel. Because wood doesn't try to impress. It doesn't chase attention. It just brings calm, connection, a quiet kind of luxury that doesn't fade. In the end, wood home decor isn't about creating a showroom. It's about building a sanctuary. A place that reflects who you are. A place that feels lived in, loved, and real. And when you walk into a room like that, when everything slows down and feels just right, you'll know. That's the power of wood. Simple. Timeless. Alive.